All right, so firstly, I'd like to give a massive shout out to the whole Shambala family. If it weren't for all this craziness, then we would be in a field together right now, communicating and touching skin organs together. So yeah, just massive love to the Shambala family who've made such a beautiful event happen for so long, year on year. And all the people at home that are watching this now and donating and all that good stuff, keep it coming, because as a community of creatives and people that give us platforms as creatives, we need to be supportive to each other, and we need to be supported if we're to come back swinging. So this is Phantom Laundry at Shambala. Shouts to all the Phantom Laundry peeps as well. And my name's Dizraeli. Phantom Laundry obviously will be back next year.
Yes.
Obviously we'll be back next year. And flipping well, come find us. Phantom Laundry is where the spoken word and music collide, and like really good things happen late into the night. Fran and Flora. Shall I do something or shall you do something?
You go ahead.
So,
and then I'll come up after.
yeah. By a muddy river, in a murky town, I sit in sirens, seabirds circle round. I see a gull up on the rooftop without wings. I watch it edge into the edge in mad wind. It's a mirror for within in a new chapter, in a whipping storm, in a cyclone of food wrappers. A kid is born. Now it's a trace of green. Now it's a taste of something strange and sweet. It doesn't heal, but it makes some peace. Puts a smile on the face of freaks, and it releases from the closet those afraid to breathe. And now we're marching in an army up against the stream, because we have seen that there is very little day to dream. 1 minute Sonny's deep up in the make-believe. Next minute Mummy's kneeling at his grave to grieve. Too cruel. We are cruel and we're angels. We kill life and give life with a movement of the arm. Chase dragons in the crucible of St. Paul's, topple statues in a revolutionary march by a muddy river. Then we chuck him in. My kids will not grow up looking up at him. My kids will not grow up in the ways I did, watching white friends morphing into racist pricks. Never, never. The muddy river raising up. I raise a rhythm and a bass line in praise of us. I raise my kids in a toast to the courageous ones who kill the devil with 100 million paper cuts, singing a change will come. In the course of all this craziness, I see my mates parade like they were made for this. And they grew up facing shits that I never faced. Still they're turning up the temperature for better days. Still turning up and tracing out the blueprints for new ways and new architecture, new movements for new stages. And you could celebrate the dawn instead of panicking and sellotaping doors shut. Instead of gaping gormless at the gold-framed stories of a slave-built empire that decorate your walls. Look, we celebrate the dawn. We break them ornaments. We work making structures that we've never made before. I see my children standing with us at this river, so I'll work until the waters come and elevate us all. I'm planting seeds at the end of the world. Listen, I'm playing tunes at the end of the world. Look, I'm drinking tea at the end of the world. Listen, I'm taking a seat at the end of the world. Look, I'm finding peace at the end of the world. Listen, I walk streets at the end of the world. I see my friends at the end of the world. Look, I was born at the end of the world. I was born here.
So far.
This
Tried
is...
to eat me and it did not succeed. I am a survivor.
Hello, everyone. One of the best things about lockdown, there were many terrible things about lockdown, but one of the best things was my daily walks, where I just had frequent love affairs with different types of shrubbery. Nothing untoward, nothing dodgy, just genuine love and care and attention to nature in a way that I'd never had before, because everything had slowed down. And I was forced to look, and I was forced to stop and contemplate. And one of the best love affairs I had was with just a little patch of daffodils that used to hang out by my local corner shop. So this is a poem about daffodils. I don't know if the reincarnation gods are taking requests, but in the next life, I'd like to come back as a daffodil. Custard adjacent, signal of spring, insatiably butter dish bright and brazen, baby. Brazen as a fart at a funeral. No one will tell me diddly, because who in their right mind chastises a daffodil? My trumpet head will point to the empty throne in the sky as I shoplift joy from the soil. If you must pluck me from my home, I promise not to wilt until you reach your silent house, and you can place me in a mug of water by the window. We'll both pretend it's an act of kindness. Thank you. So, was really moved by Rowan's first. Do you mind? Wow, trying to be profound here, innit? I was really moved by Rowan's first piece, and just the electricity of the moments that are happening in Bristol, in cities and countries all over the world, what feels like a big reckoning. And we've had reckonings before, and then we've gone backwards. So you know, I'm trying not to be too naive about this. You know, for every step forward, there's a backlash. There's some desperate scrabble for how things were, even though how things were pretty shit for the majority of people. But I'm allowing myself to really relish what feels like something really profound, something markedly different, a real shifting of the needle. And yeah, 7th of June was pretty cool. And the nod to that moment in Rowan's piece really spoke to something that I also wrote the day after that day, when Eddie took a little swim, and this came out of that moment. You came down easy in the end. The righteous wrench of 2 ropes in a grand plie. Briefly, you flew, corkscrewed, then met the ground with the clang of toy guns or loose change or chains. A rain of cheers, standing ovation at the platform of your neck. Punk ballet, Act 1, there is more to come. And who carved you? They took such care on that stately pose and propped chin. Wise and virtuous, the plaque assured us. Victors wish history static and odorless, but history's a sneaky mistress, moves like smoke, Colston, like saliva in a hungry mouth. This is your rightful home. Here in the pit of chaos with the rest of us. Take your twisted glory and feed it to the tadpoles. Kids will write raps to that syncopated splash. I think of you lying in the harbour with the horrors you hosted. There is no poem more succinct than that, but still. You are permanent. You who perfected the ratio, blood to sugar to money to bricks. Each bougie building we flaunt, haunted by bones. Children learn and titans sing under the stubborn rust of your name. But the air is gently throbbing with newness. Can you feel it? Colston, I can't get the sound of you from my head. Countless times I passed that plinth, its heavy threat of metal and marble. But as you landed, a piece of you broke off, fell away, and inside, nothing but air. This whole time, you were hollow. I feel like the person that didn't show up with a dish of lasagna to the potluck because I don't play an instrument. I might rhythmically tap on my calf occasionally, but yeah, I will come in with some more words as and when the mood seems to warrant it.
Sleepless, damp, twisted sheets, angular as a word of a lie. I fling up window and out there is open-throated engines and a bird of a sky. Timothy slides into quicksand. Good riddance to his murderer's eyes. A gurgle and he's gone. It's just me in the garden, screaming as it bursts into light. Who am I to try and drown it out? In the urban decline, a clock, Finsbury Park with its crown of clouds. Beatific smiles on the down and outs. Buzzed from the first hit of the day, a clock. Buff roofers in the altogether, a clock. A buck-toothed lady with a sticky out belly, pregger's belly button like a cherry on the top. And everybody here is golden. Everybody here is golden. Hear the sun stream in. Everybody here is golden. Everybody here is golden. Hear the sun stream in. Everybody here is golden. Everybody here is golden. Hear the sun stream in. Everybody here is golden. Everybody here is golden. Hear the sun stream in.
This is Good Bones by an amazing poet called Maggie Smith. Life is short, though I keep this from my children. Life is short, and I've shortened mine in 1,000 delicious, ill-advised ways. 1,000 deliciously ill-advised ways I'll keep from my children. The world is at least 50% terrible, and that's a conservative estimate, though I keep this from my children. For every bird, there is a stone thrown at a bird. For every loved child, a child broken, bagged, sunk in a lake. Life is short and the world is at least half terrible, and for every kind stranger, there is one who would break you, though I keep this from my children. I'm trying to tell them that the world is a beautiful place. Any decent realtor walking you through a real shithole chirps on about good bones. This place could be wonderful, right? You could make this place wonderful.
think of her and I think of her, till ambulances are a distant murmur. I turn left towards Rich Mix, hipster district. I'm switching off my inner judge. See a man with a gun in Kevlar, black boots and these dreamy eyes. Like he's thinking of his lover too. Thinking we should have a baby, thinking she's so nice. And people drink tequila, do the twist. And I forgive them all for everything. Seeking pleasure for their penises or mouths, futureless. Trying to shake the sediment. In the gathering catastrophe, calm is a superpower. I switch mine on. And whatever happens, we are family. And I have reached the venue. And we will be fine, hun. Because everybody here is golden. Everybody here is golden. Hear the sun stream in. Everybody here is golden. Everybody here is golden. See the sun stream in. Everybody here is golden. Everybody here is golden. Hear the sun stream in. Everybody here is golden. Everybody here is golden. See the sun stream in. Could we just make something up on the spot? It doesn't even have to be edited in.
Yeah.
Can be edited out.
Another recently cultivated obsession, octopuses. So here's a poem in unabashed admiration of my favorite cephalod. All right, here we go. Feel free to go weird with this if you want, guys, because octopuses are weird. So you know, let's channel. Yeah. If music had tentacles, what would it sound like? You know what I mean? I'm gonna regret that prompt. It's about to get weird. Yes. Octopus. There and there again. Lacerations of limb, angsty and anxious like thoughts missing their anchors. Octopus. Unwitting victim of bad PR. Unwilling star of monster myth and niche Japanese porn. Octopus. You move how a child moves, how a Harlem jazz band jams, how cigarette smoke blooms, how loneliness meanders, nomadic, able to squeeze into the tiniest of spaces. Octopus, fuck! You are just the coolest. Octopus, proto-punk whip muscle, hench quasi-jellyfish, cautionary tale, misunderstood, solitary, unsung, alien emo of the ocean. Octopus, tentacles lace behind my ankles. I am pulled forward with a soft smack. The ocean licks its salt-rimmed lips. Did I mention I am not the most confident of swimmers? Did you press your fingers to my neck in search of a pulse or gills? Octopus, you terrify me. Octopus, I see myself in you. Octopus, I'd like to strike up a friendship with you. We'd watch back-to-back episodes of Planet Earth, which is kind of like the aquatic world's Instagram. Pornographic spikes of light rippling the blue into grey, then green and back again. Schools of fish glinting like sweet wrappers. Coral reefs winking. Starfish played out like acquiescent assholes on a background of gorgeous turquoise. My new pal will turn and look at me as if to say, what a beautiful home I have. I barely recognized it. Octopus. The plural is actually octopuses, not octopi. The valve of the last syllable spits and hisses. Never quite finishes, will not give in to crisp diction. It demands you sit patient with its aftertaste. Octopus. They change color, less like chameleons and more like mood rings. As they perish, they turn white as a gasp. Love it. Love it.
One time for your crooked mind, said I, as I gave the man £1. He said, thank you, stranger, the deed'll come back round. Perhaps we'll drink together, man, next time you pass through town. Picks up his guitar again and sings. It won't be long now before I'm gone, swallowed by the road I lie upon. Won't be long, he said, before I'm gone, swallowed by the road I stumble on. There's no backing down. There's no backing down. There's no backing down. There's no backing down. 2 times for your crooked mind, said I. So gave the man a coin. He said, I don't need money now, but I could smoke a joint. Fine, said I. He sat by his side. I rolled and rolled. He told his life and talked like he deserved to choke and die. He said, won't be long now before I'm gone, swallowed by the road I lie upon. Won't be long, he said, before I'm gone, swallowed by the road I stumble on. There's no backing down. There's no backing down. There's no backing down. There's no backing down. Cartoon image of a drunk bugger brain fingering guitar tunes. Horribly the harsh truth is that he is done, and he was something like the new hope. Now he's on a chewed rope drinking in the sun. He's ate nothing for a few days, living out a suitcase. What has he become? But he isn't an emotional man. Doesn't cry when he's burying his dad. Doesn't cry when his wife says you're dead to me. See how high he's carrying his head, so high it could tumble off the back, with the hat still covering the eyes, with the music crumpled up inside, still mumbling the fun we could have had. There's no backing down. There's no backing down. There's no backing down. There's no backing down. Three times for your crooked mind, standing at the grave. Many of us fall and very few are saved. It makes no difference now if he cursed or if he prayed. Perhaps we'll drink together one of these days, 'cause it won't be long now before I'm gone, swallowed by the road I lie upon. Won't be long, he said, before I'm gone, swallowed by the road I stumble on. I fucked with the arrangement so much, I apologise. With or without music?
With or without rhythm? I think I'd feel a bit lonely without you guys now. I think we should just carry on with the music and the poetry, weaving in and out of each other. I've got a poem, probably one of the few that I still have committed to memory. Where are you going?
I'm so hungry.
It makes me feel part of the gang. Even this I'm really intimidated by. I don't think you can get a tambourine wrong, and yet...
You really can get a tambourine wrong.
Okay, cool. Consolidate my nervousness. Thank you, that's good.
It's the loudest thing in the band.
I'm going to stick to the rivers and the lakes that I'm used to. Yeah. It's I suppose this poem is kind of like a little bit of watery sun peeking out from a cloud. It's not Marbella, but you know, it's something when you live on this soggy grey island and you get a bit of sun. And I quite like that about living somewhere with such rubbish weather. We get really excited. Anything above 16 degrees, British people are hype. Out in the parks in their bikinis. So I love that. So, yeah. This old poem. All right. One, reserve the right to be wrong at all times. 2, do not seek to be the best, just seek to love it the most. 3, laugh at yourself because you are pretty ridiculous after all. 4, humble yourself. Stop being such an ardent, fawning member of the cult of you. When someone gets something that you wanted for yourself, spit out the glass shards of pride in your throat. Try to be happy for them. They probably worked just as hard as you did, if not more so. Your moment will come soon enough. And with that, a scattering of battered egos. No victory is ever wholly sweet. 5, for every one thing that you blame your parents for, there are 20 silent blessings they gave you that you're too young and graceless to comprehend. 6, do not engage in conversations that make your skin feel tight and your heart weary. Do not sit down to lunch with girls who wish to lick at the carcass of your inner demons. Do not laugh at jokes plucked from the rotten fruit of malevolence and ignorance. Do not be seduced into saying things your tongue will never forgive you for. Make your vague excuses and walk away. 7, I know it's hard sometimes. I know it's hard sometimes. But 8, wear prom dresses to Sainsbury's and sequins to casual coffee dates. Don't wait for special occasions that are never gonna come. Youth was made for bright colours and hemlines that hug upper thighs. Give your future elderly self something to smile fondly about. 9, do you want or do you want to be wanted? Assess why your stomach flutters the way it does. Perhaps you're more in love with the view from the pedestal you've been placed on than the heart-sick person who put you there. 10, as long as you still feel that singular seizure of joy in your stomach at the opening bars of Stevie Wonder's Isn't She Lovely, there is still hope for you. 11, opinions are made of putty, not concrete. 12, observe. Never let your eyes go into autopilot mode. It is a wicked and inexcusable waste of a weird and wonderful world. 13, kisses are an urgent expression of something momentous, not an inarticulate filler of awkward silences. 14, ditto sex. You do not have to have sex to be sexy. Your patience will pay off. Clothes melt off of their own accord under the right fingers. 15, we are all, for the most part, And in the grand, soaring sweep of things, inconsequential. This fact will either weigh you down or make you airborne. 16. Count the small but improbable miracles. You made it this far. Remember that. You made it this far. This is really hard. Wow. Who knew?
She is trapped in a constant mania. I am trapped in a small dark room, hearing her laugh through the bricks and paintwork, hearing her laugh like a warped cartoon. She's pretty but her eyes are spider eyes, tongue is an amphetamine lizard. House fills with a fucked up firelight, when she comes round everything fizzes. And perhaps they are watching videos, perhaps screaming it's hard to tell. Whatever doing the noise is hideous, Godzilla versus Gargamel. But she's trapped and I see her fluttering, she's desperate for a silent place, but scared of a dark room with nothing in, so she's a hurricane, a tidal wave. She says, oh my god, that's so funny, can't believe that, ha ha ha. Know yourself, young ketamine honey, keep pushing, gonna push too far. Keep pushing, gonna... Keep pushing, gonna... Keep pushing, gonna push too far. Now the mind won't tessellate. The mind won't tessellate. 1 a.m. now, the mind won't tessellate. The mind won't tessellate. 2 a.m. now, the mind won't tessellate. The mind won't tessellate. 3 a.m. now, the mind won't tessellate. The mind won't tessellate. 4 a.m. now, the mind won't tessellate. The mind won't tessellate. 5 a.m. now, the mind won't tessellate. The mind won't tessellate. 6 a.m. now, the mind won't tessellate. The mind won't tessellate. 7 a.m. the mind won't tessellate. The mind won't tessellate. There are real seas crashing out that picture, megaton waves coming at us, and on the cliffs there's a black figure, soundless, yelling out great sadness. There are hands in the cracks in the ceiling, fidgeting, scaly and small. They're very lonely, they want me, I feel them, their parents shift and giggle in the wall. The wall's livid, the street paints teeth lights on it, orange against raw grey. A machine screams down Lee side and I screw up and wait for the day, wait for the